Okay, how to Jiu-Jitsu? Breathe. Okay, so what's he doing wrong here? So obviously he's got the leg hooked. He's got me set up. But what is he doing wrong? One, he's not breathing. He's like really pushing to try to get this triangle. He's focusing so hard on getting the triangle, he's got tunnel vision, and he's not grabbing my head. So because he's not breathing, he's not thinking when he really should be grabbing my head. And then he should be able to finish from here. So, how many times do we get in that position? We really want that arm bar or that triangle. For me, it's a triangle. You know, I don't get triangles very often, and I want to get them, right? So when I get there, I want that triangle. So I don't breathe. I'm really focusing on I'm not focusing is what I'm doing because I'm not breathing.
Yep.
And that's one of the things that we were working on today with me in particular. It's kind of one of the areas I have trouble with. And Ramon was telling me as well, he has that problem.
Yeah, it's breathing with everything in life, but especially here in jiu-jitsu, you get so excited that you have the leg locked up, you have the arm over, and you're just like, just trying to put all your muscle weight and strength into it, whether it's a choke, arm bar, whatever it is. And what happens is you start to get tunnel vision. The blinders start coming in, and you start focusing on what you already have, and you're breathing heavy instead of taking a deep breath, opens up the vision, and then you start to look at what you don't have. What are you missing? What can you do? What extra angle, what extra movement can you do to finish that submission? And it's breathing just really, really closes you in. And then the next step after that is if you don't finish that triangle, I don't finish that triangle, which I wasn't going to, he's going to pass. Now I'm out of breath. And now I'm tired. Now he starts smashing me, and he's 4 steps ahead of me.
Yeah, and you know what? The breathing applies to anyone, anywhere. I mean, even at our level, we're still struggling with it. But like, put me in guard. You know, maybe you're a white belt, right? What do you struggle with as a white belt? What I struggle with, closed guard. I can't get out of closed guard. It's swelling. You know, next thing you know, he's got all kinds of stuff, right? I can't get out of this, so I'm just gonna sit here and struggle. You know, or maybe, you know, you're a purple belt or whoever, right? And you know, you're on mount. He's in mount, right? Defensively, he gets here and man, I start to panic. You know, I really want out of here. You know, he's putting pressure. I'm putting arms up. I'm not breathing. I'm like, I gotta get it out, right? When I should just be breathing and thinking about what I'm doing. So, yeah, it applies anywhere. And I feel like it's like when I roll with the guys that I feel like this is what it is. When I roll with the guys that are better than me or even equivalent, I'm more likely to hold my breath. If I roll with somebody new, you know, or not as experienced, I feel more in control, you know, and I'm a step ahead. My intensity is not as high when you're really training with someone that is not as experienced. So, you know, how do you get through it? How do you get through breathing? And when we talked about this was, you just have to stop and breathe. And guess what? It's not going to happen. It may take you 200-300 times. You may get tapped. You may continue to get stacked and smashed. But the more, I guess, you really practice on trying to breathe and work on your technique, the better chance you'll have actually getting better.
Yeah, and the main point is just being aware of if that is a big component of taking your game to another level. You know, we're at the level that we're at, and sometimes the holding our breath, not breathing, is actually the part that's holding us back. It's not the technique. We know the technique. We know the technique inside and out. But you get that tunnel vision, you start holding your breath, and then you're not thinking everything through, and you're missing something stupid. So yeah, it's something that we're back to working on again to progress our game, but it's something that you can be working on from day one. I mean, I've had that methodology since day one, and I still struggle with it at times. But at knowing about it and thinking about it and being conscientious about it, you can then work through it.
Yeah, it's a journey, you know, jiu-jitsu. I mean, it's not like we're ever going to get there. We're going to know everything, you know. I mean, I think one of the habits that I got into was being more passive and playful and really trying to relax and breathe and being comfortable anywhere. Well, what happened was with that, I think, is that I just got too comfortable. I got too comfortable and I wasn't trying to progress as much with, people that were at the same experience level. And so my regular training partners pointed that out to me. So I then overcompensated by going a little too hard or over, what would you say, like trying too hard almost, picking up the intensity. Like that was going to make the difference, you know? And so I think it's probably a combination somewhere in between of being able to stay relaxed and breathe, but also really trying to work on my game and try to find my focus. You know?
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
So yeah, guys, if you have any tips or on how to breathe or what you do to breathe better, how you think about like how do you catch yourself, anything that you do, let us know in the comment section. I'd love to know. Is there a link? Is there somebody that's got something on breathing? Let us know.
Yeah. What's the secret sauce?